Hey, welcome back, friends and neighbors. How's it going today? Just a short little public service announcement for all you hand loaders and reloaders out there that have been lifelong supporters and customers of Hornady ammunition and component production. This PSA is to get the word out there to you that I'm not sure how fresh I'm getting it, but I just discovered it a couple days ago. And if you are a hand loader or a reloader who likes to buy factory ammunition so you can shoot it up and have the once fired cases to use, this is going to affect you. Right in your pocketbook. Let me give you a little backstory. I've been loading for 450 Bushmasters since the first time I owned one in late 2008. I had the original Bushmaster rifle. And I've gotten back into it in the last several months. Always regretted getting rid of it. But I kept, even after I sold the rifle, my reloading dies and components and things like that, against the fact that I might one day have a need for them again. And I decided to get back into 450 Bushmaster. And one of the first things I did was go out and hit the stores and start buying up some factory ammo. Because I was going to need it to shoot at pigs with. I was going to need it to test a platform that I was going to put together and build for myself. And I was going to need them cases so I could start testing loads. I also looked around, found a couple of 50 count sacks, brand new Starline 450 Bushmaster brass. Bought that stuff, brought it home too. Got myself all set up and ready to go. Now I bought my ammunition mainly in 4 different locations and components. I got a lot of it down at R&M Arms down there in Minko with Ronnie and Mindy Porter. I got some of my ammunition at Academy in Yukon. I got some of it over in Oklahoma City and other things out and about in different areas. So I've been going through this process, getting back into it, doing my loading, load workups, testing. Hell, I've got a couple hundred rounds loaded up now. I've got pet loads from my 240s and my 250s. I'm sitting pretty, plenty of ammo. Now, Hornady, along with the Bushmaster Company, are the 2 main companies responsible for the actual standardization and SAMI spec standardizing and testing and marketing and production of the original weapons and ammunition for the 450 Bushmaster. And since its inception and it's standardized by SAMI spec, it has always been a cartridge case with a rebated rim that utilizes a small rifle primer. Alright, you can look that up in the Hornady book. I made sure that I had plenty of primers around anytime I get started on a new project, and I got to looking in my supply can and I only had 700 or 800 small rifle primers. I thought I'd better get some more, and so I did. Went out, found me a couple bricks, spent a couple of $100 when it should have only cost me no more than 70. And I've got those set in the can, and I think I'm really good to go and I'm set. Now, the other day I'm over at Academy and I'm buying optics mount, a couple of other little toys, and I see on the ammo shelf there they got some Hornady black 450 Bushmaster, and I said, well, that's the same stuff I've been picking up down there in Minko at Ron and Minnie's place. Better buy me a couple boxes of that too. Yeah, hell, they had some Winchester. All right, I'll grab me a few boxes of that. Now, the 450 Bushmaster Hornady black boxes that I picked up at Academy are the absolute identical, exact same product numbers as the Hornady black 450 Bushmaster boxes that I got down at R&M Arms in Minko. Same item number, same box, same artwork, same everything to the letter. Well, anyway, last night I'm getting ready to go. I'm trying to get everything set together to go shoot a video today that I didn't get to shoot because I had to run around and take care of a whole bunch of other BS. And I said, well, I better load up some magazines. I'll just get them preloaded. I grabbed 3 of my Bushmaster 7-round mags. And I just grabbed a box of that Hornady Black that I bought at Academy. Open the box, slide the insert out, and of course, you know, I'm looking straight at the back of the cases. And I noticed something quite strange. Unlike any other 450 Bushmaster cartridge case I've ever seen, these new Hornady Black 450 Bushmaster cases have large rifle primers. So if you're wondering where all the large rifle primers went that you haven't been able to find lately, I suggest you call Hornady and ask them if you can have some of theirs, because they have gone and changed a fundamental design portion of the 450 Bushmaster cartridge in taking it from a small primer pocket to a large primer pocket. You sons of bitches. Now you say, Brad, why is that a big deal? Well, if you're not a hand loader, if you're not a reloader, it ain't no big deal. If you're just a shooter that goes out and pays good money for factory loaded ammo so you can make it go bang one time and leave the case lay, it ain't no big thing for your rich ass. But if you are an individual who likes to get your money's worth out of your components, if you're an individual that likes to hand load and create ammunition that meets or exceeds the levels of accuracy that factory ammo does, if you're a reloader who likes to be able to utilize a case 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, depending on your load, it makes a hell of a lot of difference. Can you imagine not knowing or realizing that this change had occurred, and you just go buy some ammo and you go out the range and you shoot it and your buddy's collecting it and throwing it in the sack and you don't really think about it and you take it home and you dump it in the can with the rest of your brass that all has small primer pocket holes? Can you imagine thinking to yourself, I better buy a couple thousand primers, small rifle primers when I find them, because I'm going to need them. I'm going to get into loading this cartridge, and the book says it uses a small rifle primer, and so you go out and spend a couple $100 on some primers, and then you go buy 8 boxes of ammo or 10 boxes of ammo, and you go out and shoot it, and when you get ready to start reloading, you start punching out primers and resizing cases and realizing that you bought $275 goddamn dollars worth of the wrong fucking primers. Now, you say, well, Brad, everybody ought to know that, right? Because surely they'd print something on the box and telling you, hey, these are different primers than what are normally in a 450 Bushmaster. Now, these are the kind of same-ass hijinks that Federal pulled last year or a little further back on their 10 mil auto range ammo, wherein he didn't bother to tell you, hey, yeah, this is 10 mil auto, but yeah, it's got small primers. Really. 10 mil auto's been a large pistol primer cartridge since its birth, and 450 Bushmaster has been a small rifle primer cartridge since its birth. And you don't have to take my word for it, because any goddamn data book you look in is going to tell you that it uses a small rifle primer. And yet here we are with large rifle primers in the backs of these. And these are the same item numbers. Exact same item numbers on the end of the box. Exact same artwork. Nothing's changed. Nothing's different. And I hadn't seen anything anywhere letting people like you and I'm talking to hand loaders and reloaders, the people who literally made Hornady what they are today, when all they were back in the day were manufacturers of better jacketed bullets than the military could produce, and in the 70s, late 60s, some Frontier ammo. Other than that, they didn't make much else. And it was the ability of Hornady to make these bullets that competition shooters bought year in, year out, and loaded and used, and made Hornady who they are today. And now they want to throw us a goddamn curveball by redesigning and restructuring the primer pocket of a cartridge that ever since 2007 or 8, when this cartridge was standardized, has been a small primer pocket case. So, if you're in the market for 450 Bushmaster ammo, I can tell you this right now. The Hornady Custom I bought, the Hornady Black I bought that was pre this year, the Winchester 260 grains that I bought today at Academy, they're all still small primers, small rifle primers. But if you see Hornady Black on the shelf and you don't want large rifle primer cases, you better open those bad boys up and check to see what you got. Because you might very well go home and find out a very rude fucking awakening, just like I got, that these cases, yeah, I can use them, but what's the first thing I have to do? Cull them off, separate them, put them in a different box, keep them from getting mixed up with the others. And not only that, okay, that's chicken shit compared to the other parts of the fact that anybody that's a hand loader, anybody that's a reloader knows goddamn good and well that if you have a load that it's functioning correctly and it's at its pressures or lower and it's safe and it works and it's built using a small primer, and somehow you change where you have to take that same amount of powder and that same bullet weight and put it in a case that has a large primer, you're going to have to retest your load. You're going to have to. Because if you try to use that same data without testing, you may very well find out having a large primer behind 38.6 grains of little gun ain't a good thing. Small primer's fine, but a large primer, you're going to burn your shit up. And you don't want that. It's unsafe. It's fucking dangerous. And they didn't tell us about it. So, I've never been a great big fanboy of Federal ammo for range in the first place, so it wasn't much thing, but I liked Hornady. I've been a Hornady fan for decades and decades, since the 80s, and this kind of hygiene horse shit pisses me off. So, luckily I only bought 2 boxes with the large rifle primers. And what I'll do, I won't be able to use them for load testing because, hey, the parameters and the data, it's going to be foobar when I put it in a case with a small rifle primer. So I'll just use them for exhibition shooting when I'm making videos, whatever, and I'll reload them. I'll work up a load. But this is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off. Hand loaders, reloaders, components have been the bane of our existence the last 4 years. People say, oh yeah, we just can't get them. Well, we can't get the raw materials. Yeah, large rifle primer, oh yeah, those are tough to get. Large mag pistol, oh yeah, forget about it. Yeah, it's just not out there. They're not out there. Well, I beg to fucking differ. If Hornady can be putting large rifle primers in 450 Bushmaster, where the hell else are they putting it? It really twists my, pecker. And I don't appreciate it, Hornady. I don't appreciate it at all. Now, I'm not a big guy for cancel culture, but god damn it, fellas. Piss me off. Hit the fucking camera. You do better than this. We're your customers. We're the people that built the bullets, that built your reputation. We loaded the cartridges. We put your name in our mouths and said, hey, trust me, trust them. And this is what you do to us. So public service announcement. If you're buying Hornady Black 450 Bushmaster, open that box and check the primers, because if you don't want large rifle primers, there's a goddamn good chance you're going to get them. All right, that's it. I hope you guys learned a little something. I hope you guys appreciate the heads up. And like I said, if you're in the market for it, check that shit, because the hijinks have ensued. All right, this is Brad signing off. Catch you people somewhere downrange, hopefully, when the weather breaks and the snow quits flying. Peace out, y'all. Bye.